Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. My name is editor Martin Klima. Joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Sashni.
So to kick off, Royal Bafokeng Platinum CEO believes that platinum group metals will have a strong market for many years.
The sentiment being expressed now is that we've come out of this down cycle in the minerals business and that we will stay in the up cycle and there will be ups and downs. But every sentiment that's being expressed is seeing long-term continuation of fairly boom time conditions in the mining sector, and particularly in platinum group metals. You know, they see all sorts of emission regulations coming in which will boost demand immediately, and then they see longer term hydrogen sustaining platinum in the future because of the activities around the world promoting green hydrogen. And so the sentiment is that it's going to be stronger for longer, which is really what South Africa's economy needs at the moment. Already we've seen that the fiscus has been saved by the taxes paid by the mining sector, and it'll be great if this continues. And you find that sentiments are expressed when various analysts and media ask questions, is this the best we're going to see? The sentiment is that no, it isn't the best, that there's still better to come. So we hope that sort of scenario that is being put out at the moment is realized, and all the indications are that things will go on longer.
And Martin, tell us about how Southern Africa is part of Germany's green hydrogen strategy.
Now, Germany is really moving towards promoting green hydrogen. They want to use this final step in emission control rather than go through blue hydrogen and grey hydrogen and all the rest. They want to really concentrate on developing hydrogen infrastructure, hydrogen facilities. So they've been doing their calculations, and they find from their calculations that the targets that they're setting indicate that they haven't got enough green hydrogen. They cannot produce that level of green hydrogen in Germany. And so immediately they are looking around for other sources, which of course is the wise thing to do. They've come to Africa. West Africa has already provided the renewable energy hotspots. Southern Africa is in the process of doing that. And Sasol is leading the way, based in Namibia. Namibia itself is extremely well positioned, and the German government is funding this study, the validation of which took place this week, and the final outcome of the first hotspot announcements is likely before the end of the year. And we do see that Namibia is particularly well placed. You know, they've got the very hot sun, they've got large tracts of land for solar, they've got incredibly good wind, they've got port infrastructure, so that, you know, if they do use seawater to produce this green hydrogen, it can be transported from Walvis Bay. They're also closer to the port of Rotterdam. The port of Rotterdam in Holland is already switching to accommodate green hydrogen and so that it can take it into countries like Germany. So they are well positioned. But South Africa, of course, is also in a good, strong position. We've got the Northern Cape with very hot sun. If we bring that renewable energy down to the Coega port, we can turn the seawater there into green hydrogen. And of course, we can use that domestically, but also look at the export front. And already Japan has asked South Africa to give pricing on what they expect the green hydrogen will be. So we are seeing demand build up. What we need to do is to ensure the supply. And we're always a little bit slow on this sort of activity. Hopefully, we will speed up and make sure, particularly on the new renewable energy front, we go from west to east. And we see that, you know, the big mining companies like Anglo American are talking to Eskom. They are offering to bring in and help with the bringing in of a lot of renewable energy also from places like Namibia and Botswana and our own Northern Cape, and where there's a lot of wind and where there's water. So there is a lot of activity going on. Hopefully we will see some strong renewable energy business coming through, because renewable energy is what we need. And it is good to see that Eskom is planning with the big companies to ensure that we have renewable energy.
Lastly, Martin, Botswana has beaten South Africa to the cadastre punch using South African technology.
Yes, we've always had technology in the background from Spatial Dimensions of Cape Town. They're able to give you cadastre systems, and this they've been offering for many, many years. I can remember when the Department of Mineral Resources launched its own cadastre system. Ahead of that, the South Africans had been told that there are cadastre systems available, locally developed. But the story was that the department actually created something better, which turns out to be totally false. Since then, Spatial Dimensions has become part of a bigger group, and they have spread their technology right around the world. Someone was saying all the way from Alaska to Australia and everything in between. And now we see that Botswana is also deciding to digitize its cadastre system fully, with, again, the help of Spatial Dimensions. So we see South African technology going next door, ahead of us now getting our cadastre system. Tenders have just gone out now for a new cadastre system. So, the process is still going to take some time. Eventually, they'll arrive at some decision. Possibly it'll be the South African technology which we could have introduced decades ago. So it is an embarrassing situation. We'd set our exploration back fairly badly, whereas Botswana has had a good system and people have praised it. Now they're going to have a fully digitized system, which is going to put them in an even better position. And you find that investors are going into Botswana, they're going into Namibia, but they're not coming here, the foreign investors. And it really is important to attract those foreign investors, not only to make sure that our mining industry is sustainable, but it brings you instant investment, instant foreign investment. They start drilling immediately, and if you give them a cadastre, it gives them a map where they can go, where they can't go, where they shouldn't go. And hopefully we'll have that in very soon.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Sashni.
Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.